1 week, just 1 week, can change your health in ways you've never imagined. Hello, my friend. I'm Dr. Late Life, a geriatric healthcare specialist with over 20 years of experience. Throughout that journey, I've met thousands of patients entering their post-middle age, and many of them share a common concern. Doctor, I'm looking for a natural, gentle, and effective way to help me become healthier and live more happily. And today, I want to tell you about a natural solution that I fondly call the quietly healing oil, castor oil. Don't rush past just because the name sounds a bit old-fashioned. You'll be surprised to know that in just 7 days, if used correctly, this oil can bring noticeable changes from your sleep and skin to your digestive system, immunity, and even your emotions. Joint pain, relief, movement without misery. If you've ever winced getting out of bed, if stairs make your knees ache, or if arthritis has stolen the joy of walking, gardening, or playing with your grandchildren. Please listen closely. Many of my patients come to me hoping for relief from chronic joint pain. They've tried creams, pills, and therapies, and often they're still suffering. This is where castor oil can play a quiet but powerful role. Ricinoleic acid, one of the main components of castor oil, has impressive anti-inflammatory properties. When massaged gently into sore knees, aching shoulders, or stiff hands, it penetrates the skin and begins to ease inflammation from the inside out. It's not instant like a pill, but it's steady, gentle, reliable. One of my patients, a retired school teacher in her 70s, told me she was finally able to return to her morning walks, something she'd given up on. All she did was warm a bit of castor oil, massage it into her knees before bed, and repeat this a few times a week. What changed? Not just her pain, her outlook, her energy, her confidence. And that, to me, is the real power of healing, when it gives you your life back. Skin health, your inner vitality reflected on the outside. Now let's talk skin. If you're over 50, you might have noticed your skin getting drier, thinner, less vibrant. Maybe the reflection in the mirror doesn't quite match the energy you feel inside. That's something I hear all the time. Here's the truth. Your skin is your body's storyteller. And when it's dry, tired, or dull, it's often because it's missing the deep hydration it once had. Castor oil is a natural emollient. But unlike many creams that sit on the surface, it dives deep. It draws moisture in, softens the skin, smooths fine lines, and helps restore that youthful glow, not artificially, but by feeding your skin what it truly needs. I once had a gentleman in his early 60s tell me he started using castor oil as a night moisturizer on a whim. Within a week, his daughter asked if he'd done something new. He hadn't. He'd just returned to an old remedy. This isn't about vanity. It's about self-care. When your skin feels good, you feel good. And when you feel good, everything changes. Your mood, your motivation, your movement. Immune support. A quiet boost from within. Let's shift to something a little deeper. Your immune system. Especially as we age, our defenses can weaken. We catch colds more easily. Recovery takes longer. And for some, chronic illness can feel like a constant shadow. What if a simple oil could help support your body's natural defenses? Castor oil has been shown to stimulate lymphatic flow and increase the production of white blood cells, the immune system's frontline soldiers. These cells are vital for fighting off bacteria, viruses, and even inflammation. A stronger lymphatic system means better detoxification, faster healing, and more resilience. Imagine going through a cold season and staying healthy. Imagine fewer sick days, fewer antibiotics, more days doing what you love, not recovering from what you didn't plan for. That's what we want in our later years, not just more time, but better time. Hair growth, bringing back fullness and confidence. Now I want to talk about something surprisingly emotional for many people: hair. Thinning hair is common with age, for both men and women. But it doesn't have to be accepted as a one-way street. Castor oil, when massaged into the scalp, nourishes the follicles, stimulates circulation, and strengthens hair from the root. Over time, many people notice thicker, stronger hair, a fuller appearance, and perhaps most importantly, restored confidence. Hair isn't just about looks. It's a part of our identity, and seeing it come back, even just a little, can reignite a sense of youthfulness and pride. I often suggest using castor oil as a pre-shampoo treatment once or twice a week. Warm it slightly, massage it in, leave it for 30 minutes, then wash it out. Simple, gentle, consistent. That's the key. Digestion, lightening the load naturally. Let's talk about something we often avoid: constipation. It's uncomfortable, it's frustrating, and for many older adults, it becomes a recurring burden that quietly drains joy from daily life. Here's where castor oil steps in, not with force, but with function. Taken in small, controlled amounts, castor oil acts as a natural stimulant laxative. It encourages the muscles of your intestines to contract, helping to move things along gently and effectively. But more importantly, it helps restore rhythm to a process that should feel easy, not stressful. I once had a patient who described her mornings as a waiting game, not knowing whether she'd be able to leave the house or be stuck feeling bloated and miserable. After integrating castor oil once a week under supervision, that unpredictability faded. She felt lighter, freer, more in control. It's not about quick fixes. It's about restoring balance. And when digestion flows easily, your whole system functions better, including your mood, your appetite, and your energy. Sleep support, winding down with purpose. Sleep. If you're over 50, you know how elusive it can be. Tossing, turning, waking up at 3 a.m. with your mind racing or your body aching. So many of my patients struggle with this. That's why I love sharing one of the lesser-known benefits of castor oil: its calming, sleep-supportive power. When applied to the abdomen or feet before bed, castor oil creates a soothing warmth. The act of massaging it in relaxes muscles and signals your nervous system that it's time to wind down. Some believe it also supports detoxification through improved lymphatic circulation, preparing your body not just to sleep, but to restore. Think of it as a nighttime ritual, a small, mindful act of care, a way to tell your body it's time to rest. And often, the body listens. Anti-inflammatory effects, natural relief where it hurts. Inflammation is at the root of so many chronic issues: joint pain, nerve discomfort, even skin flare-ups. What makes castor oil unique is its ability to reduce this inflammation without the side effects of medications. When applied to swollen areas, the ricinoleic acid penetrates deeply, easing redness, tension, and soreness. This isn't just theory. It's something I've witnessed in practice. A patient of mine with shoulder tendonitis once asked me if there was anything natural she could try before resorting to injections. I recommended warm castor oil packs. Within a few weeks, she could reach for the top shelf again. Pain relief doesn't always have to come from a pill bottle. Sometimes nature gives us what we need. We just have to remember it. How to use castor oil safely. Wisdom matters now. This part is crucial. As with any remedy, the key is how you use it. Topically, always mix castor oil with a carrier oil like coconut or almond oil. A 1:1 ratio is gentle and effective. Massage it gently onto joints, muscles, or your scalp using circular motions. Do this 2 to 3 times a week. For skin, Apply sparingly at night. For hair, use it as a pre-shampoo mask once or twice weekly. Internally, it must be taken with extreme caution. If using it as a laxative, limit to once a week, using a very small dose, usually no more than a teaspoon, and only after consulting your healthcare provider. Always perform a patch test before any new topical use. Apply a diluted amount to the inside of your wrist or elbow, and wait 24 hours to check for redness, itching, or swelling, because even nature needs respect. Important warnings: who should not use castor oil? Let me be clear. Castor oil, though natural, is potent. It's not for everyone. If you are pregnant, avoid using it unless specifically directed by your healthcare provider. Castor oil can stimulate contractions and has traditionally been used to induce labor. If you are taking medications, especially blood thinners, diuretics, or diabetes treatments, speak with your doctor first. Castor oil can interact with these, potentially leading to side effects like bleeding, dehydration, or changes in blood sugar. If you experience symptoms like difficulty breathing, swelling of the face or throat, or intense skin reactions after use, stop immediately and seek medical help. Being informed means being safe, and safety always comes first. In conclusion, a gentle giant in your wellness toolkit. In my 20 years of practice, I've come to believe that the most powerful remedies are often the ones we overlook. Not because they're weak, but because they're quiet. Castor oil doesn't come with flashy branding. It doesn't promise miracles in a day. But what it offers, when used with care, is profound. Relief, comfort, balance, hope. It's helped my patients move again, smile again, sleep better, feel lighter, look brighter, and most importantly, live fuller. So if you're someone who wants to age with grace, with strength, with less reliance on medications, and more trust in your body's wisdom, give this ancient oil a try. You may just find that what seemed old-fashioned is exactly what your future needs. Outrow for video. If you found this message helpful, please consider sharing it with your loved ones, especially anyone curious about natural health tips like castor oil. Got questions? Drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to reply. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos that combine real science, real care, and real results for your health journey. Thank you for watching.